Hey guys, guys, girls, whoever's watching the video, thank you so much for stopping by because it means so much to me that even if you watch these videos to entertain yourself, thank you so much for stopping by. It's doing a whole lot of good for me in my life. I have 23 subscribers now. 23 is pretty big for me. And sorry, I can't really. It's probably better I wear this. So, my name is Christina Sanchez. My channel is called Christina Sanchez Unedited. Unedited. Now, the reason for that is because I record videos in my car. For now, this is my studio, car studio, my office, my kitchen, my just about everything. Now, the reason for that is because I have not shared yet that I am a mom and I have a daughter with a disability. I have children, but I've mainly, the main reason why my life is so unorganized and no, I'm actually rather organized, but the main reason why my life is not structured, there it is. The main reason why my life is not structured is because of this situation. Now, my daughter is now in how do we even say that? She's in maternelle. So the system here is a little bit different. So she's in school half days. It's a little bit it's a lot heavy, but it's permitting me to learn a lot about the system. Had I not been put into this in this situation, I would never have understood it. I would never, we think in life that, we watch it from afar and then it happens to us and then we're thrown into something and then it's like our whole world changes. So that's what happened to me. And so the objective of this video today is mainly it's for anyone who's at home, unemployed, discouraged, but I wanted to talk about investments. And we hear a lot about investments, financial investments, but rarely do people talk about the most important investment, and that is yourself. And so what I want to encourage today is actually for the stay-at-home mom, mainly, who is maybe struggling with herself today or every day, kind of wondering, okay, how am I going to continue as a stay-at-home mom? Maybe you have financial issues. Maybe you're not comfortable being at home because you used to work, but now you can't work the way you used to work, and you don't feel financially free, or you don't, it's like you feel like maybe it's horrible to say it, but a little bit like you're in prison, an emotional prison, even though you love to be a mother, but at the same time you're struggling with yourself. Now, I'm not going to get into about all of the self-care things because that's just a must. You must every morning, anything that you choose to do, before you do it, girl, you better just go straight to the bathroom or washroom, wherever your mirror is, and put on some makeup. You just have to, even if it's under eye concealer, whatever it is, something that makes you feel fresh-faced and ready for the day. So, I'm not going to get into a beauty regime. That's just, I'm not that person, but that's one thing about self-care. So self-care, top, important. And if you don't have that, all the rest will most likely crumble around you. I'm sure it will. Now, you might have support. You might have a supportive spouse, family members. You might be so well just entouré, well surrounded, that you're good and you can tackle all of these things and life is good for you, and I'm so happy for you. But you might be on the flip side and you might have absolutely no support. You might have no support of family. You might have a husband who doesn't support you in your goals and your dreams and your family. Now, I understand a lot about every aspect. And what I wanted to encourage you today is not only about self-care, but it's about investing in yourself. Now, when I say investing in yourself, I'm not talking about financially, though maybe there is a financial aspect to it. What starts to happen, I felt as a stay-at-home mom, especially in my situation, because I was always in doctor's offices, hospitals. It was brutal. It was really brutal. And then I got pregnant with my second son. My second child, and who is my son. And then it just added to all of that. And I wasn't expecting to get pregnant with him. But it was the greatest blessing, of course, right? Of course, the timing was insane, but they are here, and looking back, sorry, looking back, it was just a mountain that I was not sure that I could climb, or that anyway, we're here now. But one thing that I started while I was pregnant, both my pregnancies, actually the first one I didn't really I wasn't ready. I was a first time mom, and then thrown into my daughter's situation, and then things started to circulate after that. Like, my brain was like, okay, this is my life now. And then I got pregnant with my son, and then I was like, whoa, this is really my life now. And then COVID happened. And it was about the time that COVID started that I started to learn about real estate. Now, anyone who knows me or who's watching this video knows that obviously I stopped real estate. Not that I stopped, I reformulated the way that I am working in real estate, because I was just not able to give my time for money the way that it demanded. So, and I don't consider that a fail. I do not at all. I consider that an investment in myself. And it was the greatest thing that I ever did, because it just added to what I was working. Well, I was working on myself because I had a background in real estate when I lived in Canada, and then I got to experience that in France. And now fast forward, I have spent the last, and at one point I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to work outside. So what am I going to do? And that was the moment that I said to myself, I'm just going to keep learning. No matter what, I'm just, every day, instead of putting my time towards social media whenever I have time, which social media is great too, don't get me wrong, obviously you're watching my video, let's be honest. But any free time that I had, I started registering myself into classes online. Classes that I'm able to listen to or watch videos whenever I had time. So, and all this in preparation for what I'm working on now, which I didn't know at the time. But what I encourage any and all stay-at-home moms is to invest in yourself. Even if that means getting a membership on Coursera, or finding a class that interests you on Teachable, or whatever the case, do it. Watch videos on social media, whatever, anything that feeds you, that may or may not be used in the future, but you will be prepared for something if you feel like your past life no longer coincides with who you are now, which is a mother. And that is so important. So actually it's, and it comes with so many sacrifices. So I guess what my message is today is, don't be discouraged, because maybe you're at home right now feeling not so hot and feeling not so useful, but rest assured, what you are doing for your family, that is never overseen. Number one. Number two, be prepared, because you do not know what tomorrow will bring. So be prepared. Prepare yourself now. Promise yourself that whatever you do in your day, even if you have that 15 minutes to just sit and scroll through social media, register yourself in a class that may or may not benefit your future, but at least you're learning something. And maybe at some point you'll have that, yes, yes, this is it. And I am sure and certain that this is what I'm going to do. And so that is exactly what happened to me and is happening to me. And I'm forever thankful for it. And I wanted to transfer that message today. So I hope that you guys like it. I hope that it resonates with you. And that is the main goal of this channel. And also, of course, message to my children, always prepare yourselves for the future, because you never know when your situation will change. Okay? Thank you so much for listening. Ciao.